we will start to get some of my audio. But how bad is that quality? Because I'm pretty sure it's my... Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. Okay, that's not bad at all. Awesome. Okay, so we got some gameplay going. That's this going. Now what we will do is send out some massive tweets. Let's test Twitter chat. Oh, I see. I see. So before I continue, let's go to Twitter. My friends. First. Stream. Why does it keep trying to change it to live? It's L-I-V-E, live stream on Twitch. Gameskooled. Cool little photo. I don't have any Dark Souls photos. No photo on this one. Maybe a GIF. Dark. Search. All the fun stuff getting started. Here we go. Go to Sundance now. Gameskooled, now we do our hashtags. Hashtag Game Vision Night Sports Watch. YouTube, Go, and Live. So the tweet is out, my friends. Hopefully, a person or two tunes in, and we will see how things go from there. Unfortunately, Twitter has stopped. That mean my tweet did not go out. Looks like it's having a hard time going out. We might have to do that again. We'll see in a minute if it doesn't pop up on the thing. My phone's acting up. Okay, I don't think I'm good. I'll try this again. Check online. First, check on Twitch. Gameskooled. If not, search. Tweets. Sending tweets. Tweets sent. Okay, so that one worked. So hopefully someone tunes in. Done to the done. We also have a YouTube channel. Anybody who is watching, the YouTube channel is Gameskooled, just like our name. I'm going to check and make sure that the chat is working. These fun little chat things, stream things before we begin. So, products is on there. Gameskooled. Live stream now. See, there's no way for me to share this from here. Let's just say hello. H-E. Hello, everyone. How long does it take that to pop up? Oh, that was super fast. this settings. Chat on. Cool. So I got the chat going here. I got the chat up there because I can't really see it on here. I will full screen this just to make sure I see that everything is running properly. I'm running at 1.9 megabits per second, 30 frames per second at 720p. Hello everyone, I see that came up, awesome. Christopher Estes Soup, you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if my voice audio is too loud. I can always crank it down a little bit, or if the game volume is too loud. I do want to kind of test this real quick. It's loading. I just want to see if the game audio is coming through. And it is. That's super overwhelming compared to me. Hello. These headsets are making more. Because I saw game audio come through here. You guys let me know if it gets too loud and how all that goes. Trash Bandicoot, Steven, thanks for tuning in. Latest thing was Steven and Nick, 786. Thanks for following, guys. And now, to continue. I've been wanting to do this stream stuff for a little while with this little setup. I think I probably will still do the Twitch thing on my phone, just the chat pop up. Gameskooled. SKOOLED, because that's how we spell things. I have to wait until this is done. This was my last hero, but this is not the person we're going to play today. I don't know why I selected him. This is my co-op character. Saving people's lives one deathly turn. Let's see, you guys can see his face. Too close. I think I've gone a little hollow, guys. Dun. Okay, this one here. Go into the settings. Pop out. Oh, let's just do chat only. Cool. We got the chat room going there on my phone. We got it up here. It looks like things are running pretty smooth. Looks nice. So next is actually going to our solo character. Now, nice thing is this is technically supposed to be recording at the same time, so I'm going to be able to make a highlight video out of this and upload that to YouTube, because that's where I normally stream to, is YouTube. And the funny thing about this too is I don't think any of my friends are going to know I'm broadcasting. So first let's load up our character, and then I'm going to send a quick little friend request out, and maybe invite somebody to the party and see if you guys can hear them too. All the fun stuff for getting this all worked out. So we're going to go load game. Gordon Ramsay is our hero in our single player mode, and he is on his hunt for the recipe for estus soup. I might have spelled estus wrong. I didn't look it up. One thing I probably should have done before firing off the stream. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to, oh, I think that's me actually. Well, if it's not me, feel free to say something in the comments so that I know that you can hear me, hear the game, and eventually, hopefully, my friends that join the party. What? I'll figure out how to get this microphone stuff to work a little bit better later on. I'm just glad the annotations and everything is working as far as I can tell right now. We will see when somebody follows us if the little follow noise works and all that fun Chinese stuff. But for now, we are doing pretty good. I am actually, since we're just at the beginning of the stream, I normally stream at 2. We are going to invite some of my friends. Alright, well, let's see, party. Create a party. Make it private. So we don't get any randoms. Dave, I might invite him. Brave Burn, he's always a funny guy. Okay, so that's everybody. No Firebird Frenzy, no Apocalypse, huh? Okay, well, no Miss Matisa today, huh? Just those chickens. Okay, cool. Invite. So Dave doesn't really talk much, but hopefully he'll want to tune into my party or to my stream, and he can do a little bit of quality check for me. We'll see. So back to Dark Souls. And if anybody tunes into the party or something, feel free to let a comment. If you guys want to co-op, I have no problem switching characters to do so. Bum, 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 bum. So I believe we go this way. That's where we kind of left off last time. Should we miss anything around here? 7 flash, so we should be doing pretty good. 18,000 souls. I need 20, I think, to go get that tower key. I don't think I've gotten it yet. Cell key. Pyromancy Tome. Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome. I don't know where to turn those into. If any of you guys know, let me know. Alright. So the stream has begun, and the excitingness is about to begin, my friends. One more thing I have to do. Well, I'll wait till I know somebody's joined the party. I do have my notifications turned off. So, as we venture forth, my brothers. Go up. Is the elevator going up? Our hero looks so steadfast and strong. So I haven't really checked out our armor availabilities lately. Sellsword armor. Deserter armor. I really think I'm going to need high defense. The Sellsword's pretty good. But I do like the look of the Herald armor. I like the Conjurer robe a lot too. Pants. Do we have something that'll do a little bit more right there? But that blocks us into 73. So they don't look the coolest, but I think that's going to be our setup for now. Ring wise, we have Boost Miracles. Raise a stamina. I don't think we need bleed resistance right now, so I don't believe we have pyromancy on this character yet. Shorten spellcasting time. I don't know if that applies to miracles. So we're going to do this. Lower left increases damage absorption. We have our mace +3. I'm going to torch. Don't think we're going to need the torch for a little bit, so I'll take a little bit of carry weight off. I'd really like to start using that sword, but it throws me into heavy roll right now. So next time we level up, which will be a little bit, because we're going to go get that tower key first. That's where I just came in from. Nope, there is a giant ogre guy down there. Some people to kill over there. Oh dear, this is going to be interesting today, guys. Oh, yep. Run! Items! Souls of Nameless Soldier. Oh, it's a new ring. Oh, died! Oh, we'll come back for that other item later. Died! Now we have to get our souls back. We did not last long, and we literally got ogre thumped. Literally got ogre thumped. So it's cool. We are back, my friends. So let's play it a little safer this time. I'm not trying to stop for those items, or at least pay a little attention to where he's going to swing. Because I bet you if I'd stopped running, he would have flopped that down right in front of me. Ooh, I almost lost all my souls falling into a pit. Another good thing is always kind of try to look in these pits. Get close to the edge. There's an item down there. Nothing. Just death and doom. Do him! But today we will venture forth, my brothers. And see where this adventure will take us. So, got that done. We got over there, over here. So we are gonna bolt. Or oh, screw you, sucker! Come on, that. Come back. Oh! 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 Run, 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 run through the door! Woohoo! That guy was no freaking joke. Let's see what's up here. Doom? Death? Maybe freedom? Ladder. So you guys let me know too. I can always probably throw some music on in the background if you'd like to hear that stuff going too. That lady wants to give me a bear hug. Oh! Ouch! That second whack really gets me. Man! Gotta get my timing down. Oh, Jesus! Man. Slow us up a little bit there. I wish you'd give me an item. But there's one over here. Ember. Oh, that was always worth getting. Hey, you. Come on. Come after me. Why can't I lock onto you? Come a little closer. That's right. Die. Moving forward. It's not another elevator. It's a ladder down. Nothing else really up here. Except for kill this guy. I could try and run and get that item again. We're so close to 20,000 souls. As soon as we hit 20,000, I'm going to go Homeward Bone and go back and spend those. I hear noises, but do not see them. Oh! Ouch. Ouch! Ouch! I should have checked the ceiling before I go across. Let's see. Be wary of up. Aha! I see you, you glibbery clown. Just lucky I don't have a lightning bolt spell yet. I found one with my other character the other day and I don't know where. Can't remember where, and it's really disappointing. do this first. Heal, just in case this thing's gonna eat my head. I don't know what I picked up. Whatever that thing is, it's dead now. What did I pick up? The seal or something? Solid mage. Rubbish. I wonder what rubbish is used for too, or if I should just chuck it. Restores boost and frost resistance. Temporarily disables special effects in vicinity. Prevents estus recovery in a limited area. That's what you use when you're PvP. Maybe there's this. Seek guidance. Reveal more help and signs without using Ember. That's not that great, but it is a new miracle. Okay, cool. So we know what we found. Moving along. We will look and see where things are going from here. See, the sad thing is I get a lot of my views from PlayStation 4, and I don't think anybody is gonna know that I'm streaming on my PlayStation 4 right now, because it's not gonna tell them that I'm broadcasting. Because technically I'm broadcasting through my laptop using the Elgato software. Only thing I got figured out so far. I got the OBS to work earlier today, and that's what I would prefer to use, but I wasn't getting any game audio. So I don't know if it's because I was using this headset and running it through the Elgato through analog, and I need to switch it back through the HDMI or whatnot. If you guys have ever played with an Elgato and knew what I'm supposed to do, let me know. That lives up there. That got us that item. So now I guess we gotta get back and go down. Now I gotta hit the statue. I don't know why, but I just felt like I really had to whack it. We are in a little church area. Look at the ceiling. Oh, they're gonna drop down on me. Okay. So, see the little chain hanging off the side of that chest? Makes me think it's a mimic, not a chest. So let's find out. I knew it! I knew it! This thing's probably gonna eat me alive. Heal, block, attack. Dodge, dodge. Oh, he just booted me. I hate getting caught in small confined places when I'm fighting. I like to have room to move around. Let's see. Could send a message to my buddy Dave real quick. I didn't even see. Hey, just started. Stupid phone. ART. On Twitch. And that how it looks. You got time. Awesome. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. here, go here. So we have the Twitch chat still going. So many cords, so many cords. Okay. I really got to get that 20,000 souls back. Only thing I'm really worried about right now is that guy ogre thumping the crap out of me on my way over there. He almost killed me last time. Elevator, don't fall down the elevator. Which side is that lever on? That's over here. See, and with OBS I have all these like weight screens and stuff figured out, so if I have to go check on stuff or whatever around my house, I can and don't have to stop the stream. Looking at right off the bat. Stay far away towards the wall. Oh, what? Somebody threw something at me. He threw something at me. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my goodness. I gotta kill that ogre guy, and hopefully he doesn't come back. Okay. Got my souls back. Shield out. Blast selected. I'm gonna beat the crap out of this guy this time. Back up so he can't eat my head. Now hit him. Dodge! Hit him. Dodge. Get my stamina back. Dodge the kick. And then back a couple times. Back up. Dodge the kick. Got him that time. Piece of cake. And we got 20,000 souls. And Deep Braille Divine Tomes. So now I have 2 Divine Tomes. And I do not know what they do or who I tune them into. So we do have to explore just a little bit more. I am really worried about losing this 20,000 souls though, because it is quite a few level ups for me, but I'm going to spend it on the tower key, which we've been trying to save up for. I don't know. I want to risk going in here. Somebody just landed behind me, in front of me. And there's a really big guy over there. Okay, we're doing the homeward bound first. And then we'll deal with big old Mamba Jumbo over there. He's probably just going to murder the crap out of me. Oh, he sees me. Time to go. Okay. You know, Dave Ramsey fears no fight. But I do not want to lose. So we're going to go use the homeward bound. Shrine bonfire. Awesome. If I do have enough to level up after this, I would like to upgrade my whatchamacallit. I'd like to upgrade my carry weight a little bit. So first things first, let's talk to this lady.
Ah, how may I be of...
I would like to purchase an item from you. It is the tower key. You selling any other kind of keys? I really like this hat, but I can't afford it yet. Sage's big hat. Nothing.
Ashen one, bring me umbral with ash. Is it not sorry?
I don't have the ash that she needs, and I don't know where to find it. Should I find the coal to give this guy?
Ah, 'tis good. What needs smithing?
No, otherwise it would say give coal. Reinforce Estus. I don't have any shards. Alright,
Okay,
reinforcing my
be
weapons yet. I have been wanting to get pyromancy.
Ah, there you... I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated.
Thank you. So, first, purchase items. Ooh, Pyromancer garb. Crown, hat, trousers. That's all he sells. Okay. Learn pyromancies. I can learn fireball, which is the main one I want. Great combustion, flashlight. Yeah, we want this one. Then give pyromancy tome.
Yes, here we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies. Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor a little longer.
A little longer, you can. Let's see. Learn pyromancies. Now we have more. Orb of fire. Hurl a great fire orb. But I need more in intelligence. How much do I need? I need 8, so I need 1 point in intelligence to get this. Create a powerful giant flame in one hand. I don't know exactly what that does. But I need 3 more in that. What is this? Refuse sweat, flash sweat. Poison mist might not be a bad thing to get, especially if I ever use it for PvP. I don't know if it affects me as well. Probably does. Reinforced pyromancy flame. What does it cost? Titanite shards. We'll wait on that.
Do not be gone. What is it, teach?
I have to go back and talk to him again.
I am.
Can I give him that other tome? I didn't find another tome, I guess. Do you have more shit to sell now? No. Okay.
Do not be gone. What is it, teacher?
I will be gone as long as I decide to be gone. How many souls do we have left? 1,000. I don't think that's going to be enough to level up. But we did get the tower key, so let's use it. Can we talk to this lady real quick? Is there anything I can give her?
Welcome, host. Speak.
No.
Farewell.
What about this guy? Hello.
Ooh, yet to give in, eh? Good. The firekeeper must be twitching with delight. What do you really know about these Lords of Cinder? These supposed legends? Let's take Aldrich, for one. A right and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He ate so many that he bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might.
That's creepy.
Such as a lord, I suppose. But here I ask, do we have a sodding chance?
I kind of like this guy. When I first met him, I was like, oh, way to be Mr. Depressing. But kind of like, if you think about the world they're in and stuff like that, it is kind of like there's no hope. Pardon me. I'm just trying to arrange a few things in here. Everything's still kind of a mess with wires everywhere, trying to figure everything out. I'm sorry there's the black bars on either side of my screen. Really trying to figure that out. I've got something to do with my camera. I got it figured out on the Elgato so it doesn't do it, but I don't know why it does it in the Elgato software. I mean, I figured it out on OBS. Anything else to say?
At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the tower in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep.
Transporting
See where it
sacrifices.
leads.
Huh?
If you've the stones. for
I've got the stones, you sucker.
You haven't given up yet. Then you're a brasher lad than I thought. You can make better use of this.
Oh, he gave me a
I
heavy
don't
gem.
need it. Not now I've flown the coop.
Deserter. That's why I didn't like him, because he was a deserter.
The undead Legion of Farron is a caravan of undead, sworn by wolf's blood to contain the abyss. The Legion will bury a kingdom at the first sign of exposure. Joyous bunch, really. Gaining admission to the Legion is a matter of some ceremony. Inside their keep, snuffing out the flames of 3 altars opens the door to the wolf blood. Even accursed undead want to believe they're special, it seems. I pity the sorry souls.
I wish there was a clock to know that. Oh, can I do this without screwing up the stream? Nope. Okay. Well, I was just trying to see if I was actually recording this. But we'll find out after the stream today, huh? Trial and error, trial and error. Hopefully we don't, like, do something amazing, like kill a boss or something. Kind of want to go talk to all the NPCs in here. Excuse me, I got the burps, stupid energy drink. Except for that guy. I'm not gonna, well, I'm gonna ruin it for a bunch of people here. But that guy will give you power, free levels, which is awesome. But he also curses you and starts your whole hollowing process. So if you look at my stats, hollow is not one of my stats. But afterwards, hollowing becomes your stats if you take his power. And I haven't experimented a whole lot with hollowing yet, but if it's anything like the previous Souls games, it's horrible. So let's see if we go up this way. I don't know if we've killed Samurai Jack yet. I should check and see though. So check this out. My buddy Grayburn showed me this the other day. Super cool. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, let me see if there's anybody joining the party. No. Invite players. Prone Panda. Dev 420. New one. Okay. Well, just in case someone does decide to join it. But look, you can examine this guy. A seed of the giant tree is yet to fall. But look, right? Isn't that super cool? I'm wondering if that's not the same giant tree that you go into later on in Dark Souls 2, which actually might have been like hundreds of years ago, but that would mean that we were at that castle or whatever. It was one of the first places you go in Dark Souls 2. I wish I could. I'm horrible at remembering the names of places, guys. I'm really trying to work on it. So, up here, is there anything around this corner? No. There's a ladder we can kick down here, but we can't get up there. But we have just bought the key to open the door. Make sure it's not an illusionary wall. I cannot swing my sword. Oh, there we go. It is a solid wall. So one of my buddies told me there wasn't hardly any illusionary walls in this game. And I was like, that can't be right, because it's Dark Souls. And I love how they have the illusionary walls. I can't help but search for them all over the place. And then my friend's like, oh, blah, 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 they don't have very many in this game. And shortly after, I found one. So I know there's ones in this game. Boy, for something being 20,000 souls, I sure haven't gotten much for being up here. Sound like a door or something just opened or closed down when I was coming up. We'll have to check the walls. This goes around. Ooh, looks like death. Death and decapitation. More like knee breaking slams, but just kind of want to check around the wall. Illusionary? Illusionary? No, just a path that leads us nowhere. Very disappointing. But we get a really cool view. Where we came through. That's where we fought that last boss. Interesting. So maybe this is just to get some cool screenshots or something. Oh, you see, I sent my tweet out from my phone, but I got this new laptop. I could have done that and still had a cool picture with it. It's like a bell. Firekeeper's soul. Alright. How Don't know what that will do, but we will give it to the firekeeper, I assume. Really don't want to fall. And that's it. So we kind of came up here for the firekeeper's soul, huh? That's it? Really? There's got to be more up here. Dun 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 dun. Okay. I'm gonna watch the walls. It looked like there was maybe a pad up there that I could stand on. Let me go back up just to check. Can't roll there, can't roll there, can't roll there, can't roll there on the other side. Okay, so we checked it out. There's no place to go. Oh, let's see. Oh, thank you, YouTube Grow, for retweeting my stream. Always appreciate it. Hopefully somebody tunes in. But this is mostly for fun anyway, so. I see an item down there, but I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get that without dying a million times. And what about over here? Is there anything over here? Nothing like that. There's something. I guess I gotta run and jump on that thing, jump on that thing. Work my way down. Oh! Ooh. Is that Samurai Jack? Who is this?
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you, kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
It's Patches. This sturdy little bugger pushes you off an edge in Dark Souls 1, right into a pit of bad, horrible things. And in Bloodborne, he was a spider with a person's head, and he pushed me off a cliff into that, into a pit of despair. If I get a chance, I'm going to kill that guy.
Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every rotten cleric's dream, right?
By ladies? Am I about to get murderized? I don't like you. I'm pretty sure your name is Patches, too. Can I get a better look at his face? Can't. Nope.
Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse.
Oh, will you
You're
now?
gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
Oh, your corpse is gonna make me very happy. I don't think you realize, dude, I got the freaking key to this door, dude. It's not open from the side. Oh, you sneaky little bugger. Oh, can I hit you through? You're lucky I don't have my pyromancy hand and stuff equipped yet. Oh, patches, patches, patches. Dirty little patches. So I have to drop off an edge here to get something. And to get back down so that I can come back up and kill Patches. So it's the center one. Straight ahead. Okay, let's do this. Oh, didn't jump, but that worked out okay. How are we doing on health? Didn't even hurt. Oh, I almost missed that one from going too slow. Let's try rolling. Awesome. Oh, Patches. Just you wait. Vengeance is going to be mine. Ooh, an Estus ring. I will take that over a life ring. Let's see. Boost attacks when HP is full. Nice. Raises maximum, but by how much? I do not know. Increases restored with each Estus flask. We definitely want that. Then instead of this, I think we will do where we do more damage when our health is full. And obviously, we'll put this pyromantics one on once we get all that stuff situated at the next bonfire. Alright, Patches. I'm coming for you, bro. Make sure there's nothing down here. Glad I got that ring, though. Oh, Patches, Patches. Pretty sure we killed Samurai Jack. I just don't know if he comes back every time. Okay, he doesn't. Cool. Patches, you better be running, but I know there's only one way for you to go. Yeah, that's right. I lit you on fire, asshole. And you too. Oh, Patches, I am coming for vengeance, my friend. Can I get up to you from going around this way? Oh, I'm just gonna need a little bit of time to go. Patches, oh, damn it. Got to go inside. Oop, don't kill myself now. Moving up and moving over. This is like the other thing too that kind of sucks is I don't know how long I've been streaming for, so I'm going to have to start checking the time when I start. But we got things fired up right about 2. Got up these stairs. Patches, I'm coming for you, Patches. I don't care if it gives me a sin in this game. First of all, I don't really know what the whole sins are about in this game. Because with another character I have, I accidentally killed that depressed NPC. And after that, no matter what, he was hostile towards me, so I had to kill him. Oh, Patches, you got away, you sneaky little bugger. But, somebody told me, oh, there's an item down there, or is that Crystal Lizard? It's either Crystal Lizard or an item. But he told me, where's the, that can't be the wedge. I think there's a crumbly spot saying that I can go. This doesn't kill me. Ah! Oh, landed on here by my heels and my toes. Alright, so now we can kick this ladder down. Where did Patches go? I cut him off around the corner and everything. He must have a sneaky way out of here. Just ran, jump down here or something. So it is Crystal Lizard. Anything else down there worth getting? Well, before we go down there, let's explore over here. I don't see any items. Can I get back up if I do that? Oh, can I get back up? Oh, damn it. I'm thinking about the commitment. I'm dropping off little ledges. No ladder, no ladder. Ladder, I'm gonna have to check over here for illusionary wall. Oh, that way. Well, hello everybody down there. If you guys see a little asshole named Patches, let him know I got his name on my list. Oh.
Me, pickle pea. Me, umperum.
Pickle a rum. How does that help? He was saying that. Which reminds me of the spot with the shiny stones and Dark Souls 2, but I can't face anything there. Oh, I will definitely take that. Do I have shiny stones? Maybe I just gotta drop them like another game. I don't see anything called shiny or smooth. Let's try dropping an item. Excuse me, I keep kind of got the hiccups. I got 5 of these and I don't ever use them. Yes, I understand what you're saying. You're just like the other birds that are super annoying and talk every this. Go. Leave. What? Can I do that more than once? Got a Titanite shard. This one. Maybe drop one of these.
You. No.
Okay, so it won't take it twice in a row. Maybe I have to go rest at the bonfire again. What else can I give you? Storage HP improves frost resistance. Let's just drop that. Oh! I hope I didn't blow your guys' ears out just now. Well, that was sad. Okay. Wish I knew how to send a link from this Twitch thing. Share. I just got settings. Viewing options, broadcaster. Live notifications. Like Gameskooled. Oh, share. There it is. Share. Tweet it. Oh my. Somebody might be here. Uno momento, por favors. I hear my dogs barking like crazy. I'm just gonna hit. Give me some sports go live once again. Add a cool little GIF. Praise the sun search. And do this one. Ha! So now there's actually a link for anybody who wants to find it. I will return shortly, I promise. Sorry about that, guys. Nobody was here. So I got my chat there. Got this. I am back. And let's see how things go from here. So I just died. Gotta get all the way back up there. I don't know where Patches went, but I'm gonna kick his butt when I find him. At least I knocked that elevator or that ladder down, so I should be able to get there a little bit faster. Oh, I gotta wait for this to load. I've been standing around for a minute. You'd think it'd be loaded by now. But you never knew. Try and sit a little bit closer if that's better for you guys. Sorry the lighting's so bad. And this is just my webcam from my laptop. I can't really use the webcam that I have for my PS4 and still stream through the Elgato. If there's a way, I just haven't figured it out yet. Still, like I said, very new to this. But the annotations seem to be working. Zelda Chic. The newest person was Steven Nick 786. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you tuning in. Chuck Wilson 84. Yeah. Trash Bandicoot. And okay, we can go through here now. So we can go up the ladder. Oh, this sucks so bad. I hope the item I left is still going to be there. I don't have many souls or anything, so I'm not super worried about losing those, but... Isn't it right here? There it is. Okay. Yep, there's my souls. So dangerous on these... There's no invisible walls. Souls retrieved, but the item's gone? So lame. Do I have the item in my inventory still? No. Maybe the item fell down towards the bottom and I didn't see it on the ground in my rush to get up here. We'll also check the roof. We'll check the roof too. What's this note say? It probably says do not fall. Alright, I'm not gonna rate that until after I try it. I didn't fall to the edge. I have to try it when it says that. Oh, haha! See? Illusionary walls. They are in the game. I don't know how that helped me. There's like nothing in here. Well, I guess we'll... What's life doing? Full life. Roll off the edge. Don't die. The chest. That one's got a chain, so we're gonna whack it. Okay, cool. So I guess even if they have a chain, both chests have a chain. Oh! Another ring. I like rings. Visible wall! Visible wall! Patches! I see you, you little bastard. I found you. If I can, I can get back up there. I'm gonna just drop kick the shit out of you, you little bastard. Oh, don't die. Okay. Oh, Patches, I'm coming for you. If I can find stairs that lead me to you first. Oh, Patches. Patches, Patches, Patches. Silly little Patches. You locked me on the other side of the gate and thought I was going to die from that fall. Graveburn, how's it going, buddy?
Really? Good day.
So I found Patches in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I did too. He's fucking epic.
He's a little bastard, and I found him in the sanctuary right after I got locked in there, and I think I'm gonna kill him.
No.
I think I'm gonna.
Patches is a good guy.
I'm gonna beat him in the face.
He's just a little bit misguided.
He pushed me off a wall into a pit of death in Dark Souls 1. He's pushed me off a wall into a pit of death in Bloodborne, and he just tried to do it again.
Well, yes. But he gives you stuff after.
Oh no, Patches. No, I don't want to bow to Patches. Okay, I wanted to point at him. Alright, I'm going to let him live for a half second because I dropped an item off at this nest thing and then I fell off and died. And the item's not there, so I'm hoping maybe it spawned onto the roof. Hey, Graveburn, I'm doing my first stream today on Twitch instead of YouTube. And I got the Elgato all hooked up and working and stuff, so that I should be able to make a YouTube video out of it. Like a highlight video. So I'm kind of excited about that. Oh my gosh, no, the item's gone. That sucks so bad. I wonder what it was.
Just for funsies though, where did, in which area did, I don't know if I want to know. Do you want to know where I found Patches? Because you're talking about nests and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I bought the item from the lady in the Firelink Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
And it opens up this gate that lets you go upstairs, and then you can get on the roof of the Firelink Shrine.
Yeah.
And there's like this gate you go through, and an elevator you can go takes you to the top. But when you come back down, Patches locks the door behind you, and you have to like jump on these little coffins or whatever they're sticking out from the wall to get back down safely.
That never happened to me.
Oh.
I just went up, I went down, I went out. I was okay. I met Patches somewhere else.
Interesting.
You want to know where I met him?
Where did you meet him?
The Deep Cathedral.
Aha, I've not gotten that far in the game yet, so. We will see.
Well, that's the first time I met him. And he was a complete bastard there too, but I love him.
Patches, he is a little bastard. I'm gonna kill him. I've never killed him before. So I think with this character I'm gonna kill him.
Well, don't do it before you met him in the Deep Cathedral, because he pulls a fast one on you there too.
We might.
He's hilarious when he's doing it. I don't know why you found him in your sanctuary though. That's kind of curious. Maybe he'll do that to me too, but I just opened the gate before I accessed him in my game.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wasn't around yet. Maybe if I go in there now that I've met him, that he'll go and fuck me over. If
Maybe.
I go back in there.
Oh, here. I'm gonna do something real quick. I got, I want to check my stream and see if your voice audio is coming through. Do you mind, like, counting to 10 real quick?
1, 2, 7.
Oh, hold on a
8,
second. I got stuck in the commercial.
3,
Of course, right?
Commercial.
Commercial
breadsticks,
about Nathan
butter,
Drake. Butter.
elephants.
I can't believe it's
7.
not butter. Whatever happened to Fabio?
Fabio? Who's
Do
Fabio?
you think he's like super lonely in a house somewhere? Fabio, you don't know who Fabio is? Okay, so when I was like a kid, there was these commercials called "Can't Believe It's Not Butter." It's like fake butter is pretty much just margarine or whatever.
Oh, I know that commercial, kind of, yeah.
And he's got long blonde hair. Well, he was like on all these covers of these like romantic novels and stuff like that. So like every, stay-at-home mom at that particular time had a huge crush on Fabio because he's a super handsome, ripped Swedish guy that's so chivalrous or whatever. You know what I mean?
He made their dreams come.
But you haven't heard anything from him in like 20 years. I wonder if he's like 50 years old and like lonely, sitting in this mansion or like this like 2-bedroom apartment somewhere, always telling people he sees on the streets, "Don't you know, I used to be Fabio."
Isn't that the same dude who rode the white horse naked?
Oh yeah, I don't know about naked.
With Godiva. Oh no, that's Godiva.
Oh, I can totally hear you. It might be the same guy. Alright, Patches, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, you're alive.
Time for you to grovel.
Hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk.
Because that's what he does best.
Yeah.
Oh, come clean.
Screws you over, tells how he's gonna pick things off my dead corpse. And now he's sorry?
Look at these urges. running a
Well,
business.
yeah,
of all,
obviously.
and-
I mean,
I hate
you know,
myself
he's
for
very
it. I
bad at
do.
confrontations.
And he's got a nice shield. I wouldn't mind having that
Terrible,
shield.
really. But I can see you'll forgive
I
me.
love that they keep changing his
You're
name,
alive,
though.
after
In
all.
every game, he's a
And that's
different
what
patches.
counts, right?
So they didn't. I didn't even see his name in this one. So
Oh, later on, he introduces himself as Patches the Unbreakable.
ah. All right. I guess I'm gonna forgive you once, Patches. Everybody gets one, and it's mostly because my character's a cleric, and he's supposed to practice forgiveness. But you guys can even see the red mist coming off of how angry my guy is right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, fantastic.
Turn the other
I had a
cheek,
second
brother.
chance. I knew you'd understand.
We've
I
turned the
just-
cheek, Patches. Next time you get a mace to the
Model
face,
for the rest
and
of
don't
us.
forget you're not wearing a helmet.
True friend, forever.
Okay. Oh, so I can purchase items from you, Patches, huh? You're not even gonna give me anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think he does with all the guys that don't survive his traps?
Exactly. I should just take this shit for free by smashing him in the face. You ain't got anything I want. Red bug pellet. Fire bombs. So I guess a black fire bomb's a little more potent than a regular fire bomb.
Yes, because it's black, and black
Yeah.
things are always more potent.
For some reason, yeah. And what do you do with rubbish, anyway? I could buy it from him for
Well, you
200
rub
souls.
it all over your body. Isn't that why it's called
Can't
rubbish?
find anything? Well, you could try looking a little harder.
Alright, Patches, you watch your mouth. Dude. You're lucky that Graveburn is the only reason you're still standing right now. Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
because I love Patches.
Thanks, Dave. I'm glad you tuned in, man. So everything looks good? Awesome. Great. I'm gonna get the little chat thing on my laptop so I can see it on the screen and you guys can see it on the screen. Got my little follow list thing going on up there. Alright, so I'm going to... Yeah, I just found Patches, Dave. I was going to smash him in the face, but Graveburn talked me out of it. So, we're going to let it slide today.
Yeah, you're a cleric, man. Practice forgiveness, man.
Dude, I went on the roof and I dropped off this keg thing I got from that fat guy. You know what I mean? For beating that fire demon.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned into a new item, but before I could pick it up, I accidentally hit circle and rolled off the rafters and died, and the item disappeared.
That is kind of gay.
It is really lame right now. Okay. So, we don't have enough souls, I don't think, to level up yet. I only got 1,000. Oh, I can give him the Firekeeper
That's
soul.
not
What's this do?
enough.
Ashen One, this
Ashen
is
Wood.
much like what lies within me.
But you've
And
gone
let it
through
find its
Farron's
own place
whatever, but you
within
haven't
my
gone through the
bosom.
Deep Cathedral.
She will not stand
Let's see. The farthest I am with any character, which is my experimental character, Firekeeper is not available to heal the Dark Sigil. Okay.
Forgive me.
Sigil. With my farthest character, my experimental character, he's level 30 and I just got to the catacombs.
Yeah, okay, but that's the whole other direction. That's
Direction.
So you just...
And with this character, the farthest I have gotten, let me show you, let's see, travel, is Cathedral of the Deep and the Cleansing Chapel.
Yeah, okay, okay, but with the other one you didn't go there?
This character right now that I'm playing, I've made it to, both characters have made it to the Cleansing Chapel. Me and Dave, 420 last time we were playing, we're almost, actually I think we just finished the Cleansing Chapel, didn't we last time, Dave?
Or the entire thing?
Yeah, we searched the whole place, he showed me where that new covenant is, up there, and
But
then killed the boss.
But then how come you didn't meet Patches?
I don't know. We were kind of running through it pretty quick. My co-op character, we kind of just like go and murder things. I don't really worry too much about exploring and figuring out the level and stuff because I know I'm going to do that with my solo character. But I like to play around a little farther ahead than I am so that I'm not wandering around super lost with my solo character. Hey Dave, let me know if you want. I can switch characters and we can all join up in some jolly cooperation if you guys would like.
Can Dave and I game together? Because haven't we had that problem before?
We probably have. I'll probably try and co-op with Dave and run around because we tried to do that the other day and it didn't work. But if you want to try and throw your sign down and it works, we can all three try. Or I will probably just run on Dave and me and you can continue our banter. Our good old jolly conversation.
I'm good either way, because right now I'm trying to get some practice in with my tank character.
Cool.
Yeah, man, my first is the pyromancer / big heavy weapons are best. But yesterday I got a real smack in the face before I went to bed. It was really bad. I tried PvP for the first time because I got the runes, I got the covenant. I was like, let's try it. So first I put down the sign, right? The red summon me, I'm a red invader sign.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. That's semi-honorable. When you do that, you end up getting someone who knows what they're in for, right? They know they're starting to do it. But when you use the cracked eye orb and you invade someone, that's when, well, the pillage is on, so there's no honor there.
Yeah. So that was another thing.
The fight I had was in Farron's whatever. Farron's Keep? Is it Farron's Keep?
Yeah.
Poison place. Nutsack Forest.
Yeah, Nutsack Forest is what I like to call it too. I hate that place.
Nutsack Forest. And I ran through that, and I fought him almost throughout the entire area, getting him almost 3 times before he got me because I got sloppy.
Oh man. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh no. Interruptions
Hello,
in the
good sir.
conversation.
Not much. You guys something on the way? I'm always here. My only concern yesterday was that my house was a little bit messy. Okay. But keep me in mind, man. You know, like, I don't want to watch them for free every once in a while. You guys should be quite good and stuff. Cool. Well, hit me up anytime, man. I gotta go though. Later. I'm sorry, Greyburn. I was supposed to babysit for a buddy today, and that was who was calling me, and he just told me that they're not going to need a sitter now, so I got the rest of the day.
Yay! Freedom!
Freedom! My wife is on her way home from work, so by the time she gets home, my munchkin will be waking up from her nap, so I might be able to stream for a little while longer. So Dave, do you want to just do some cooperation? I could switch characters. I also don't mind running through this by myself. This character right here, I have to do solo. It's kind of like my plan with him. But,
I noticed with myself, and this is different for me than it was in Bloodborne, I guess.
Yeah.
I prefer playing these games solo.
I love the cooperation in both games. I wish the cooperation worked better in this one, like it did in Bloodborne. But I love these kind of games. I love to run through them solo. They were normally the games I bought when like I didn't have internet at the particular time because I knew I could spend hours on it just by myself. But it's just kind of how I have it separated. I have my solo characters that I want to be able to do it just by myself. And then I got like my co-op characters that I'm not attached to or really worried about. I just like to run through and murder with. Eventually they will be badasses.
I'm I'm too OCD for that. Even with my co-op characters, I have to have a build in mind and a plan.
Yeah.
Like with a buddy of mine, we started a little band of thieves. He started with the barbarian type, and I'm the thief. So we only need now. Wait, which one was he? No, he was an assassin. So I think he's an assassin. I'm a thief. Now we just need a barbarian, and we have like a little gang of ruffians. I like stuff like that, you know. Even though you're just running around killing stuff, there's a little roleplay element to it.
Yeah. Well, so that's the cool thing about these games too, is that you can just do stuff like that too. Just add so much to the game with your own kind of creativity. You know, start a gang of thieves, like you said.
About that, by the way, I mean, I'm really looking forward, because you were holding back talking about a lot of the lore. Really, you're not further than the catacombs. I haven't reached the catacombs yet, but they're beyond Farron's Keep, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, because the Cathedral of the Deep is a dead end. It's basically a side area.
I got it. Okay, cool.
And storyline-wise, as far as I comprehend, the Cathedral of the Deep is actually the area you're normally supposed to go to before you go through Farron's Keep and into the catacombs.
Okay.
Like, if you're going linearly through the story.
Speed runway, that's the direction you want to go.
No, definitely not. If you want to go speed run, you don't have to go to the Cathedral of the Deep at all. I think.
Yeah.
Not to...
I see what you're saying.
But
Catacombs is necessary. Cathedral of the Deep
so far. I mean, we got Lothric, right? Lothric is the place where all the lords came to gather, right? The place before Firewalk.
Yeah.
And you got this High Priestess of the Way of the Blue, so we do know that the Way of the Blue and you know, peace and love and acceptance was a thing here at some point. I still don't really know what all the dead knights are about, though. The headless ones. I think they're headless. I don't really know.
The Lothric Knights?
Yeah, I'm talking about all the corpses sitting everywhere. All those armors without heads.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've also tried to wonder what was going on with all the people that are turning into trees. You see bodies all over the place.
I've got a couple of theories on that one. The most basic one is just that they've been worshipping the dragons for so long that they turn into trees. Kind of like how the tree giants turn into trees. Because that was a thing in the last games, where the giants, who were also a form of hollow, just turned into trees.
Okay, yeah, see, that's what I was saying too, because I've seen the giants turn into trees, and I always just assumed that with the giants, it was that their bodies are kind of, I don't know, in like my imagination, more like stone.
They're like connected to the earth instead of fire.
So a tree just kind of grows through their corpse. Their corpse just never deteriorates. It's more like just like a giant shaped stone and a tree happened to grow through it. But with the people, the corpses with the people, it was more, looks like maybe there was some kind of curse. And I'm wondering if that doesn't play into going hollow. And maybe depending on what covenant you worshipped, when you actually did go completely hollow, maybe that's kind of what happens to your corpse. You know what I mean? There's those really tall stick things that I saw that were in other games that kind of look like people got skewered by a stick, and you see like all the hollow people worshiping it. But then there's also people that are like turning into trees, and then I don't really understand what's up with the cages full of bodies. Well, I mean, I guess that's just people shoving a bunch of zombies into cages trying to keep them from going around murdering people.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine so, because all those other people in the undead village, they seem to have separated themselves from the rest of Lothric, and are trying to, you know, it's a little bit like an homage to Bloodborne, where they're trying to purge the plague.
Exactly.
I think that's why those priestesses are there, who originally came from the Deep Cathedral.
Dave, you said, yes, you do, because you need that doll that you get from the Deacons of the Deep.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really a storyline thing. No, okay, I know that you get that from there, but I didn't necessarily know that it was, you know, a storyline.
Sorry it took me so long to bring that up, Dave. I'm a little distracted. I hate this because I have to move so slow through here, and now I don't have you as my meat shield, Dave. This guy's just gonna ogre thump me.
Oh, here's another thing I thought. That entire area, you know, that you used a banner to get down to.
Yeah.
The base and all that. I think that entire area sunk into the earth, or we rose above it, because all those dead pilgrims at the end of that bridge, they seem to be connecting, or should have connected, to Lothric.
Now, did you notice at that bridge that there is a dead dragon on the other side of the busted bridge?
Yeah.
So I was wondering if they weren't worshipping the dead dragon from where they were. Like, maybe the dragon destroyed the bridge, but it was kind of like their homage to the dragon. Like, I don't know. That was kind of one of the first thoughts that came to my mind.
I don't think the people from Lordran worship dragons. They seem to worship the hollows, or be fond of hollows. They seem to be hollow. So that those priests, as far as I know, are actually hollow in some kind of way. But then you see statues everywhere that look like the priests without the shell back, and then you see these tumorous growths all over their backs.
Oh, well, that also brings us to a conversation we were having the other day that I was trying to avoid with Batista, which was that one priest that has the shell on his back that winds up coming back to your shrine unlocks your true potential, but also causes the hollowing effect to begin.
Yeah, which I think leads to one of the different endings that you can get in the game.
Oh. That's something
I think so. I don't know. There's always different endings in these games, and I'm thinking that Curse and the Hollowification has something to do with it. Because have you seen how that storyline progresses when you turn hollow?
No, I haven't. Like, with this particular character, this is my character that I'm actually paying attention to all the NPCs when they're talking and stuff. Oh, crap.
Okay, because some really interesting things happen there to the sorcerer and other NPCs that you meet because you make this choice.
Okay. I hate how slow I move through this stuff, Dave. Dave laughed out loud and then said it does. So it does have backup story. Come on, I just want the little guys to come after me. I really don't want to deal with that other guy there right now. Oh, no. Dave, where do I go to lift this wall again? Is it where that big fat guy is? That I gotta go, not big fat guy, but the giant guy with the giant mace. Yes, come this way, little weasel. That guy's taken care of. Hope he's coming back.
Oh, that was Vort. When you're playing tank, Vort is really easy.
Mr. Vort. Aha.
I like his weapon, by the way. Not as much as I was hoping I would, but it's nice. He has a nice weapon. Did you do the whole transposing kill with the dude?
No, I have it, but I don't know who I give it to.
To the little king on the little throne.
Oh, okay. Oh, I kill him
it
or I
says
talk
so
to him?
in the item. It even says so in the description of the item. It says that you have to give it to him.
Oh, little bastard. I was going to backstab this dude.
And it's kind of vital that you do, really. Especially since you're so far on in the game. You should have some Twisted Souls already.
Nope. So that is good to know. I want to kill the little guy before I worry about you. Come on, you little punk. Oh, ouch. Oh, damn it. Alright, little guy's dead. Now I can focus on the big guy. Woohoo! Let's do this. Woohoo! I got you. I got your number, sucker. Oh, ouch. Maybe not. Oh, come on. Up, over, around. Let's do this. Whoop. Backstab. With a mace, so it's more like a super brutal kidney punch. Oh, let's do this. Go like a butterfly, sting like me. Can't hit me. Whoop. You can do that if you want. Oh, ouch. I'll slowly get the crap out of you. Kidney punch. Alright, so we got that wall lifted up. There's another big guy over here I could attack. I think I need to go this way though. Oh, what a swing and a miss.
Well, you can see most of the areas we've been to so far just by looking at this first area. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So pretty. Yeah, that was one of the things I was actually going to do before I started exploring again, was I was going to go talk to all the NPCs at the Firelink Shrine and see if I could do anything with them, but I got distracted when that item disappeared. And by frickin'... I can't think of his name, the guy that locked me out. Patches. I think so. Hey, I know where I am. Okay, so this is going to lead me back around. That would lead me back in, but I already got the item from down there, so I don't need to go back around that way. Go down this way. There's two doors open. Door A and door B.
Ah, Kron, I love this game.
Thanks, Dave, but I think I already smoked him. I love this game too, Graveburn, to be honest. I really didn't enjoy Demon Souls, but I think now I would, but when I had it before, I really didn't. It took Selected Line forever to talk me into playing this game. And I'm super stoked that well, not this game, actually, Dark Souls 2. And it only took me like one day to like fall in love with that game. And this game is just everything. Because Dark Souls 2 was great. I know it wasn't as good as 1 from what I hear, but I haven't played 1. But Dark Souls 3's just got, the next-gen graphics, which I love. I love pretty games. And everything that I love from Dark Souls 2, which is just a solid combat
Well, the
system.
old games were kind of pretty, too.
Oh, yeah, Dark Souls 2 was still pretty, but it was one of those things, like, I remember playing it, and I'm like, I know this is pretty for PlayStation 3, but I'm playing on my PlayStation 4 right now. It's one of the reasons why, after I beat it, instead of going through New Game Plus, I just started Bloodborne up. Because I was like, oh, Bloodborne will be pretty, and I haven't beaten Bloodborne yet, so I might as well do that too before Dark Souls 3 comes out. And I had a blast with Bloodborne.
I have to admit, Bloodborne is really, really pretty.
It was really
Just
pretty.
the whole gothic style of that game is really cool.
That whole Lovecraft thing, or whatever they call it, is really awesome.
Yeah, the Lovecraftian theme.
Lovecraftian. No, I still normally just call it Gothic. Oh, this guy's got red eyes, so he's probably bad news bears. Just finish him off real quick. Before I have the chance to do anything horrible to me. I got a deep ring. Awesome. Okay. Dave, should I jump down onto that roof? Or should I go back and explore a little bit more and kill that big ogre I saw and some of the other things? And this is another good test to see how long it takes for chat to come through anyway. Jump. Alright, cool. Whew. Ninja. Oh! I see you. Firebomb thrown ass. Forgot to set up my pyromancy stuff, dang it.
Yeah, I love the pyromancers in this game. They're fun.
Yeah, I never got to do it in Dark Souls 2 because I missed the item my first playthrough. Oh my gosh, ouch, I need to heal. Alright. So... nothing there. 7,000 souls. Not too shabby. I'd like to get at least 10, 15 before I go and level up. That's why I love having shields in this game. Okay. Here we go, Dave. We're gonna take out this little zombie over here. Okay. Dive through. Backstab. Oh, what? Woohoo! Oh, that's how we're gonna play, are we? We're gonna play like that. Oh, not on the edge! Okay, at least it wasn't a death drop. Did send me way back though. Way back. I have to go all the way around, don't I, Dave? Back through there, up to the fire, and back down. Okay, I think I know how to go. Oh, that sucks. Go this way. This way. This way. See you guys later, because the fire's just over here, I think. Oh, I didn't open these giant big doors yet. Ah! I was on my way to do that, wasn't I? Alright, come on, suckers. Stab yourselves. Or just move on. Okay. Right? Oh, why? Everything was going so smooth, and then that guy just pushed me. He wasn't even a hard guy to attack, but that did not work. Well, actually, it worked out great. At least I didn't, like, fall to my doom. So should I just use a homeward bone back to the bonfire, Dave, or should I work my way? I don't know if I need to go that way or back through down the stairs. Do I have to go down the stairs or back where I fell off the roof, Dave? I'm glad there's no camera lag too, thank you. I think I still haven't gotten the items down over there. Last time I was just trying to get up here. Oh, just got 600 souls for nothing. That's awesome. Well. I guess I'll just use a homeward bow. I got 11 of them. Just be faster. Doesn't get me as many souls, but it's a little faster.
Faster is usually good.
So this is another interesting thing is like I know the Elgato is recording my stream, like making a copy of my stream right now onto my hard drive. But what I'd like to see is I'm at probably about an hour and a half right now. I want to see what like a 2-hour stream actually like takes up memory wise. You know, it's 720p at 30 frames per second live recording. I wonder how big that file is going to be when it's done.
Hopefully not too big.
Hopefully. Dude, yesterday, we went over to Selected Lamb's house and we got this all working on his computer. We tried to do it before on his laptop and we couldn't get it to work. So I brought it over to my house and hooked it up to my laptop to see if I could get it to work, and I did. So anyway, he has a computer with a 6-core processor in it. It's like equivalent to like a, you know, probably an Intel i5 and a half. You know what I mean? And the software that the Elgato runs on maxed his computer out. It was running at 98% the entire time we were streaming.
Wow.
The Elgato software apparently doesn't allow your graphics card to take any of the blunt of the blow.
That's kind of crappy.
So it's just all running off of your processor. So we were able to get it working. Like, it works fine on my laptop right now, but it's like a brand new laptop. I just got it. And then it's working good on his desktop, so we got all working. But I'm trying to figure out how to get it all working through a different stream software so that it won't, like, fry our computers while we're doing it. I can't believe that it takes up so much CPU. I'm not even a computer guy. Like, I don't even know what half that stuff, like, means. I just know that it's like your computer's like 98% of the CPU is being used to run a little stream is a lot, you know. I haven't heard of anybody having a 6-core processor before. I don't know. Like, I always think my buddy's computer is like this NASA space gaming computer, and it's having issues with it. Obviously means it's not very optimized software. I gotta go. Everybody's back. Gotta kill you here. Ah! Fireball in the back! Oh, ouch! I'm gonna die. Don't die. Don't die and kill the other guy. It's rule number 1. Oh, man. Oh, come on. That was a backstab. Ah! Glad he missed with that. Okay, he's dead. Who is throwing firebombs at me? They're gonna die. This little guy. Yeah, where's the Cheez-Its at, right, Dave? I don't have my little Cheez-It box right next to me for the advertisement. That was pretty hilarious yesterday. We were grubbing on those Cheez-Its, too.
Jesus.
Oh, you know what Cheez-Its are, right? They're like these little cheese-flavored square baked crackers.
Yeah, I know them, but they don't have them here.
I see.
Because it's crap, probably.
Well, not only that, they're probably like a horrible thing for you to eat, but they're delicious. And it's one of those things like once you start eating them, you can't really stop.
Yeah, that's because they put a lot of sugars and other stuff in there. Addicted to.
A lot of salt, a lot of high fructose corn syrup. No.
Ah, yes. Delicious.
There's another one I can get on there. These guys always ambush me. Yep, I knew it. So these guys always ambush me. I knew something was coming. Pale tongue. So Dave, do I go in this first archway area that I can access or the second one? We'll call this one number 1. And this one over here, door number 2, right here. See those big scary guys from last time. But is there anything over here worth going and getting? I guess they both lead up just to different spots on the bridge, huh? Okay, last time I got lucky when I fought a guy over here. Just fell off on his own. That guy right there is guarding something I want. Yep, same place. Thanks, Dave. It's good to know. You, sir. I challenge you to a duel. Ouch. Oh, I thought that was going to be a backstab. Oh, shield was down. I don't know why I keep looking at my phone. I can see the chat up here. I gotta go get those souls back, and then I'm probably gonna use a homeward bound level up. Because this character is starting to get a little underpowered, because I keep forgetting to go back and get my souls when I make horrible mistakes like that. So we go through here. Here, we're gonna pull a lever. We'll get there quick this time too, guys. Kind of know where everybody is. Might even give myself a little guarantee here. Never mind, I don't have any. Again, I gotta go out here and then to the left. Ladder. This guy did something horrible to me. Ninja roll. Wait for this little bastard to come up on this bridge somewhere. No mob calls for you today. This guy's gonna come out no matter what. Death to the Axeman. Oh. Heal. Backstab. That guy's down. I might not have to mess with this next guy if I just turn off. I gotta take care of you. Here. Huh? Somebody's shooting arrows at me.
Didn't know that.
Ooh, that almost got me again. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm glad he fell and I didn't. There's some blue dart thing or something. Oh! Yep. Smash. Smash. Stay on the thing. This guy's coming after me now. I'm gonna turn over this way and go get my souls back. Wasn't too hard to get here, so hopefully he fall off the edge. I don't see him. Yes, he did. Well, that worked out well. We have a blessed gem. I kind of remember where we are now, Dave. Does that put holy damage on your weapon?
It does. Holy
like
damage,
holy damage.
good.
It'll go good with my cleric.
I'm glad I'm no longer a Lord of Cinder. I hate that fucking burning shit, man. First I thought it was funny. I'm on fire! But then I realized that it opens you up to being invaded.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I did not.
It
Aha.
allows you to co-op with friends, but it also opens your world up to be invaded.
So
Because
I
that's
can't
what
be
they're
invaded
there
when I'm
for,
not
to pillage.
embered.
Yeah, you won't ever get invaded if you're not on fire.
That is really, really good to know. Because I hate being
yeah.
invaded. Now, here's a question I have for you. Is
yes.
There is a way to co-op invade people to where there's like more than one of you invading the same person?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that? No!
I don't know exactly how to orchestrate it. It might work with passwords. I'm not entirely sure.
In conversation. And just walked right off the edge. Dave, I think I have to go back this way to be able to get that, my souls back, right? So down, they're going to be down. Right. They're going to be where I fell off the edge, Dave, or are they going to be... Did I get the wrong one? Are they going to be by that big ogre's body? Right, Dave? It's so funny. I just honestly, I was just all daydreaming, kind of thinking more about PvP and stuff, and then thump. Okay, so that guy's dead. Do I see my souls up there? Don't. So they must be up there. Right? Let's get a little better view and pick up this item I didn't get earlier. Don't see him. Seriously, swing and a miss. Exploding bolts. Alright. I don't use crossbows or anything. So I do not see my souls over there, so I'm gonna go back and work my way up to the top. Because they gotta be up top somewhere. Trying to see without killing myself. Gotta go back through the other way. I was all laughing about how I totally cheese killed all three of those Black Knights by just walking around that area and they fell off the edge. And then I started talking about PvP and all of its glory and fall apart and just walk off the edge myself. You should have seen it, Graybird. You'd be laughing so hard right now. Like, literally, I just, like, walked right off the edge of this beam because I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. There was no violence. There was no threat. It was just sheer, like, walking in a blind daze. Excuse me. Need to kill you real quick. Not really worried if you drop an item. I would like to just get my souls back right now. Oh, what's the weapon art for the mace? Is it actually boosts my attack power for a second.
Does it leave those little imprints? The ones that explode?
No, I wish it did.
Like the big knight has one of those maces that does that.
Yeah, I saw that, and I would love to have his mace. Maces are one of my favorite weapons in these games. There's also a dual-wield mace set. I just don't have the dexterity to use it yet.
Yeah, I picked that one up too. I'm working towards using that one as my main. It's funny how I go with 7,000 souls and still feel like it's a lot. I remember how this game forces you to get so much more and keep it on you for longer.
I remember in Dark Souls 2, I remember the first time I lost, I think it was 20,000 souls. I was like livid. And then my buddy's all telling me, he's like, oh, don't cry, dude. I've lost way more than that before. I've lost 1,000,000 souls before and didn't even bat an eye. And I was like, dude, I can't believe that you'd have to collect that many. I don't even need to go this way. And
yeah, dude, I still remember the moment I lost 2,000,000 souls in Demon Souls.
Ugh.
That's like a moment that's ingrained in my memory. Like, poof, that happened. It was horrible. Some people might remember this. It was called the Storm Temple. It was one of the final areas in that game. One of the areas you had to grind a whole lot to get a specific stone that you needed to upgrade all your weapons. Because if you remember, there were trophies in Demon Souls for upgrading every single type of every single weapon. That meant you had to have a sharp weapon at level 10, you had to have a blunt weapon at level 10, you had to have a holy weapon, a dark weapon, a fire weapon, a magic weapon, a crystal weapon. Every single type of weapon you had to have at level 10.
So platinuming that game takes like 10 years.
Well, yeah, I did it, and only because I had help from a friend eventually who gave me one of the rings I was still missing.
Oh, nice.
That was one of the rings I was just not able to get, that you needed white world tendency for, which you could only get, no, not white world, white personal tendency, which meant you had to kill a shit ton of black phantoms, which you could only do if you had black world tendency, which you would have to die a lot in the world as a human. It was a very complicated system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was the one ring I was never able to get, or at least I just broke my brain trying.
Yeah.
And they dropped it off and I got platinum, but I'm not even bothered about that. I got the other 99.
With all the other work you put in there, I would not be bothered by that at all either. And yeah, Dave, that was hilarious, right? I've fallen off the same pillar like 7 times now. And every time I get my souls back, I'm like, I'm just gonna homeward bone it, and then I don't. And then I get killed or I fall off the edge. And I'm just gonna rush back to go level up. And I don't. Okay, this time I'm doing it for realsy though.
Man, I'm replaying that entire moment in my head now. That was a beautiful game too. I don't care that it was old. It looked great.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, because that was when I had Xbox 360. And it was a beautiful game for that. I just don't think I was, like, prepared for the dying all the time. And I had nobody to, like, kind of explain the mechanics to me when it came out. I didn't have the internet to look up the mechanics.
I was a little bit lucky. When I bought Demon Souls, I bought the version that had a little book with it. A little tiny book.
Yeah.
And that book explained almost everything about crystal lizards, about stones. It had all the items and even the locations, I think, where you could get them. And it also had, and it was very clear about this, it had a playthrough for the game. So it gave you one particular semi-simple way to get through all the areas without challenging yourself with very tough bosses early on in the game.
Oh, nice.
Because that was the one game, and I love that about Demon Souls, that was the one game that didn't stop you from going to any of the areas right from the start. You only had to defeat the first boss.
Yep.
And then you could go to all the different areas. All these other Demon Souls or Dark Souls games were kind of linear with side areas for additional bosses, but pretty much A to B. Bloodborne, same thing. So I'm kind of hoping on a Demon Souls 2 or maybe just a Bloodborne 2 where they go a little bit more abstract with that shit.
See, I remember that was one of the things that was rough for me about Demon Souls was because you could go to every area right at the beginning. I remember getting the thing that got me the most frustrated with that game was I didn't have any direction, I didn't understand the mechanics, but also my first plan was just to beat any beat any level that I got into. So I first tried to completely beat the castle level, the very first level, and you can't do that. You have to get items from other levels to be able to progress. And there's also certain enemies that are going to just annihilate you till you're way higher level. So I would get so far in the castle.
Technically, really, the castle is one of the hardest ones to fully complete.
Yeah, so I'd get a little ways in the castle, and then I'd go to the next area. Oh, no, anyway, the whole thing was you could go to any area, but some areas you're just going to get murdered. You're way too low level to go into some of those later areas, but they weren't really listed in an order, and I didn't understand. I just remember getting really frustrated because I never felt like I was progressing. I just felt like I was super lost, and I had no idea, like, where the hell to even go, you know. But I got over it. I'm over it now.
That's kind of what I loved about the game. When they even, you know, announced it, that they were bringing out a game that was going to punish you and punish gamers. Like, openly saying, yeah, we're going to bring out a game that's going to make a lot of people break their controllers.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing I kind of really like about Dark Souls. And Demon Souls, I think, was a little bit harder than both of them. But, is that it's not that the game is actually so difficult, like the odds are stacked against you, kind of like old platformers and stuff were. Like Mega Man games were, the game was against you. It was like 90% luck to get through most of those platformers. You know what I mean? Whereas like now, it's like, it's got a super solid combat mechanics, you know what I mean? Everything kind of goes, there's just no friendliness in it. Like, there's no invisible walls that's going to stop you from falling off this ledge 30 times like I just did. You know what I mean? There's tricks to beating bosses, but the tricks are more about your tactic and how you approach that boss over going over and hitting 5 glowing stones, and then you can do damage to the boss, and then you got to hit 5 glowing stones, and you know what I mean? It's not like puzzles to complete the boss.
This is secretly why I love the cursed tree, though, because he is old school in that way.
Yeah. He just walls him in the balls.
Hit the bobbly bits. Hit the bobbly bits and he dies. You know?
Welcome home. Speak thine heart's desire.
But even for that, I've seen people struggle with that boss so much. I mean, I've played that boss 40 times now, don't get me wrong. I've done it like close to 40 or maybe even more. And I've seen a lot of people just don't know what the fuck to do with him.
Yeah, see, I remember my first encounter with that guy was doing co-op with the selected land. And it was just kind of like that. It took us, with the 2 of us, and then wound up getting a 3rd person for help, I think like 8 tries, maybe more, to beat that tree boss the first time we fought him. And it wasn't like the mechanics were hard or anything. The biggest thing we had problems with at first was just all those NPCs at the very beginning. And then you realize that the tree will take them out for you. You just kind of got to avoid them for a minute.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple that get annoying, but take care of them when they come. Yeah. I usually clear out half of them before I even get to the tree.
Yeah. Well, so, but my first time fighting the tree solo, I beat him. And it was kind of like a super easy boss fight. And I kind of realized, I think when we were doing it co-op, it's a lot harder to predict his movements. You know what I mean? You don't know if he's going to stand up and slam or swing his arm because he's focusing on different people and stuff. Plus, I didn't realize, at first I thought you could only hit him in the balls and that hand that pops out later. And later on I found out there's a wart on his back you can hit. There's a wart on one of his hands you can hit. You know what I mean? Then you go for the balls.
There's a very specific mechanic to that boss. If you, before he breaks the floor, if you hit him in the nuts, that's his trigger. The moment his nut sacks are broken, he breaks the floor. Before that even happens, there's one on his hand and one on his leg, both on the right side, that you can break before you break the nut sack, bringing him down to half health before you even go down to the 2nd level.
Oh.
And then when he's at the 2nd level, all you have to do is stand behind him before you drop down, because that's a very slow animation where he goes like, oh, I'm gonna drop down now. I've abused it to the point where I sat down before he sat down, and people are looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I know what's gonna happen. Floor disappears, and they're like, ah! It's funny. So, You just go behind him, you hit the one on his back, then you run around him, and then there's one on his inner thigh on the left side that you hit. If you destroy that one, he's basically at almost no health. You hit his hand a couple of times, and when he gets up, you don't even have time to break his nutsacks again.
Transferred to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them.
I've done that boss in less than 2 minutes.
In a little transposition.
But it's still my favorite boss. Like, no shit. I really love that boss.
I'll be right back, guys. Nature calls.
And I'm sorry for Gameskooled viewers for my bantering and droning on, but when I get excited about stuff, it happens. And Dave, you should be like in a group chat, because I never know what you're saying or when you're saying it. It's quite disturbing. Yes, I'll touch your darkness. Just do that. Cute.
And I'm back. Sorry, Grave Burn.
Missed you, buddy.
I just gave that guy on the throne
Oh, God.
the thing he told me to give him.
I just got socked to death.
Recovers HP with successive attacks. Yes, please. Crystal Sage Rapier. I'm a big Rapier fan. Oh, Hollow Slayer Greatsword. That looks awesome.
Yeah, the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Do you remember the Knight of Mira?
Not off the top of my head.
It was the NPC's major storyline in Dark Souls 2, I think.
Okay.
It was that knight with a very fancy armor, with the hat, who turned hollow slowly.
Okay.
Remember that? Not? You guys know?
Not the guy where you talk to his head in the foggy forest and then you get his armor from behind the
No,
waterfall.
not the foggy head guy. It was the knight who had a major storyline in that quest, where you met her in different places.
Oh yeah, and eventually she tells you her name.
Yes.
Had like a
The
Robin
Hollow
Hood kind
Slayer
of hat.
Greatsword is her greatsword.
Okay.
Well, at least it's the same style. And you can actually get her armor fairly soon after this point. Or somewhere.
Now.
I forgot where, but I got it with the other one. I was like, yay, I got the armor, but I didn't get the weapon.
Dude, recovering HP with successive attacks is awesome. I'm so glad you had me talk to that guy. Dave,
He's biting.
I totally understand that's why you shot those guys with the bows. They knocked me off that thing like 12 times. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss your comment there. It's just really little on my PC screen. So we got that. Thank you very much. I'm probably going to buy that sword, but I need 4 more levels in dexterity before I can use it. So I'm going to wait till I level up a little bit.
You're gonna go for the Hollow Slayer's Greatsword?
Yeah, I'm going to do Great Sword and Great Shield for this guy's build eventually. My clerics always wind up being big old turtle tanks, you know.
Nice.
And that's just so that I can get through the game solo my first time through. After I do that, I kind of experiment with people, kind of find the build that I really like for the game. And that's kind of why I have 4 characters right now, too. I have an assassin, a cleric, a herald, and a... No, I guess I only have 3. Those 3 right now, and that's because I kind of want to play with those 3 classes. I don't think I'll ever be a knight or a warrior. Yeah, well, Herald is my co-op character with Selected Lamb, and that was the first character when I first bought the game that I wanted to experiment with because I've never been a Herald before. But I don't like the fact that their healing spells are just for them, or the starting healing spell is just a solo healing spell. I like to be able to heal others in co-op.
For the Herald, but that makes sense though.
Yeah, it makes sense for the Herald, but I was disappointed at first. That's why when I made my single-player person, I should have flip-flopped it though. I should have had my Herald be my solo character and my cleric be my co-op character, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And my other co-op character that I normally do with Dave and like with you and with like Apocalypse and stuff is my assassin. I really like the assassin class so far.
What do you like about the assassin? Because the only thing that you start off with that's anything close to special is a very good parry, shield, and a rapier.
But it's not the rapier, it's that two-hand, what's it called? The, I don't think I have it with this character.
Be careful, I don't.
Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much rapier. I was just surprised that, and I really like that spell he gets right off the bat, Spook, where it negates fall damage.
Oh, you do get Spook. Okay, that's kind of good.
And I did do pretty good.
You only get Spook a lot later on.
Yeah, and I did do pretty good with just having him as like just base stats. I survived pretty well and did enough damage to enemies where I felt comfortable to build from there. Because that's the whole point of this game is whatever class you pick is nothing to do with your end character. It's just how you like to begin the game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's some slight. Yes and no. I mean, if you take the knight, for example, you just want durability. You know, you're new to the game. You might want some, be able to take a couple of hits. You shouldn't take the thief if you're new to the game like this.
Dude, my cousin.
What you like playing as.
My cousin was getting murdered as the warrior.
Because you get the bow.
Yeah, he was getting murdered as the warrior. He went through like 5 classes. He went through like not 5 classes. He went through the warrior, the herald, the cleric, the knight, and the first boss of the game kept killing him. He was getting super frustrated, and then he tried the thief, and I'm like watching him play, and I'm like, dude, if you're having a hard time doing it with like the cleric, I don't think the thief's gonna be an easy fight, you know. And he beat him first try with the thief, so that's what he's going through the game with now. I was very surprised.
To be fair, one of my favorite characters is my thief, but I still think that a low threshold dexterity build is one of the more difficult builds to start the game with. And one of the reasons he might have done it with that character eventually is because he might have gotten used to the moves.
Exactly.
Of the dude, you know, got
that's
into
the whole
his
thing
move,
is,
and that just happened to be the character he did it with.
yeah. But then, you know, I just told him, I was like we were just saying, as far as in game goes, you pretty much can wind up with whatever build you want. So I just told him, and said, like, if you're doing good with that character at the beginning, do that. Don't be afraid to level him up any way you want. It's not like other games where if you pick a thief, that's the only person who can pick locks, or the only person who can use poison or something like that, you know.
In this game, that's not true at all. Dude, I own this tree. Like, really, I'm just cutting weeds at the moment. War God Wooden Shield. That's actually a pretty good shield. Have you ever tried using it?
I think I used it as a shield for quite a while with my assassin, actually.
Because it gives you the skill thing, right? I mean, that's awesome.
I like the shields that instead of parry give me the little boost.
Oh, the poise boost.
Yeah.
Or the skill availability, because I like using my skill without having to go two-handed.
I just don't ever really parry in this game unless I'm doing PvP. So it's nice to have, you know what I mean. I also had a sword with a different character that, even though you have a shield, when you use your weapon art, instead of parrying the shield, it activates his weapon art for the sword, which was a nice setup.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, activating your sword art without actually having to go two-handed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what the War God Shield does too. I like that. It's one of my favorites. Apart from that, it actually doesn't have 100% damage reduction.
Yeah, that's probably it's like one of my main requirements for shield. It has to have 100%.
Well,
physical
no,
reduction.
that's not my main requirement at all, unless I'm playing tank.
Yeah.
Because really what the shield is to me, when I'm playing, for example, with a character like my Pyromancer, he has a small shield. He uses the Warrior Shield, which also activates my skill, but that only has a 70% damage reduction. Well, that's fine, because it still reduces your damage by 70%.
Yeah.
Taking a little bit of damage is considerably less gruesome than taking a full blow. And the weight ratio on 70% shields are a lot lower than 100% shields, because they're usually steel shields, and they're usually heavy. Now, since my Pyromancer has a low vitality, and I do like using big weapons, I have to cut down on things like my shields and armor.
Yeah.
But again, like what you said before, apart from the eventual builds you get out of this is a very cool thing that you can make such drastically different characters with different builds depending on which tactics or strategies you like to use with your bosses.
And it just gives it so much replayability. I mean, I love the New Game Plus system, but also in that, just because you can make such individualized characters, you really do get like a different feel each build you build through the game. So many weapons you can choose from, to just have a guy who's just awesome with dual-handed scimitars, or have another guy who's just got the biggest warhammer in the game, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That just makes me smile. Because I did miss this. I mean, I love trig weapons. Very fun mechanic to have double weapons, you know?
Yeah.
But the ones I ended up using the most are the Rakuyo and the Chicago, which are both not even really trick weapons as much as they are just fucking
badass.
basic. Yeah. They're good.
See,
but
I
they're
love
not...
the Tonitrus was one of my favorite weapons for that.
Hmm.
And it
Which is
wasn't
also not really a trick weapon.
yeah, it's not really a trick weapon, it's just like a cool magic weapon. There was no downside to using the magic on it, and I didn't waste any bolt paper, so it was one of my favorite things to use. Dave, where do I drop off? Was it over there onto that ledge? Oh, I don't think Dave's still here anymore. I think it's that ledge. You know, straight into there, to there, up, and that's gonna be that place. Yeah, that's another bonfire. So I'm gonna go there. I believe it is here. I have to roll up where all these signs are. Check my health. Doing just dandy. Maybe just fall. Oh! Woohoo! Barely made that. All there. I'm not gonna make anything. Okay, awesome. No lever. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but oh well. I heard nothing. This is where all these giant magny things come after me. I gotta get this guy first. Only one that does anything I'm worried about. And they really don't like fire damage.
Fire bad.
They're really gross. They look like big old grub worms. We used to have a big garden when I was a kid, and we'd get these giant worms called tomato worms on all our tomato plants. And I used to use them for fishing, but they were like a big old caterpillar looking thing, but it used to eat the crap out of our tomatoes. We'd take them and use them for fishing. They looked just like these things, almost the same size too, 6 foot tall with arms. Okay, don't die, kill the other guy. Oh, no one behind me. Oh, there's so many. I'm stuck. What am I hitting on? Oh, there's so many. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I can't let these little grubworm things kill me. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's that stupid bleeding stuff and I don't have a torch equipped. Crap, I'm gonna die. I lost. My flask. Items. Torch. Where's my torch? Where's my torch? Gets rid of that stupid maggot effect. Okay. No, I'm not slow roll. No, I'm alright. Open this door. So this was cool. I didn't know this was in the game until I was playing with Dave the other day, but there is a place where there's a covenant you can pick to completely respec your character.
Yeah, that's the covenant where Dave took you to. That's on top of the Deep Cathedral.
Yeah. I'm just there right now with my solo character.
For that.
And I have several, but I don't need to respec my character.
It brings us back to what we were talking about before. Even if you don't really like what you did, there's a way to change it.
But this is the first Dark Souls that you could respec in, isn't it? I don't remember being able to do that.
No, well, not technically, no. In the other ones, you had a soul vessel, and you could bring those to certain characters, and they would respec you. But that was.
I remember having the item. I just never used it. Okay, so that's what a soul vessel
for that.
For. Oh, let me talk to the baby. There we go. Talk. Oh, switch. I'll ask to join your covenant. Join the covenant. got her fingers. Obtain proof of the covenant. If I offer a pale tongue, I only have one. What does that do? Let's just try it. My allegiance with her has deepened. Parents, blah blah blah. Cool beans. She's like a pretty lady with like a really creepy pet. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Well, I think I'm at just about 2 hours. I'm going to stay in the party and I'll still chat with you, Dave. But I'm going to end the stream here and make sure everything's saved and recorded and all that fun stuff. So I will catch all you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, Dave 420 for Life. Thanks everybody who followed today. Thanks for talking with me, Grave Burn. And you guys can see the highlight video on this on Gameskooled on YouTube.